was an outspoken voice for reform and a fierce critic of her country's U.S.-backed government. Today, that voice has been silenced. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Benezir Bhutto is dead. This still image from photographer John Moore of Getty Images captured her final moments, waving to supporters from atop her armored vehicle.
She was killed right after a political rally, struck down by gunfire just before a suicide bomber attacked her motorcade. Bhutto's main political rival, President Pervez Musharraf, is blaming terrorists.
And word of Bhutto's death brought chaos to the streets, vandalism, fires, and attacks on police. And we're going to talk to someone who is witnessing that as we speak. Hello, everyone. I'm Don Lemon, live at the CNN World Headquarters in Atlanta.
And I'm Brianna Keeler, sitting in for Kira Phillips. You are in the CNN newsroom. From President Bush, a strong condemnation of Benezir Bhutto's assassination. Mr. Bush just got off the phone with Pakistani President Musharraf.
We have been talking about the violence that has erupted throughout the country following the assassination of Benezir Bhutto. And joining us now by telephone is Todd Baer. He's on the phone. He's in Lahore, where you are seeing some violence breaking out there. Talk to us about that.
Well, Don, we are getting reports of 3 or 4 buses, a handful of buses overturned and set on fire. Some minor unrest here. No reports on any injuries at the moment. Lahore is widely considered Pakistan's most secure and calmest big city. So no surprise there, but we're still waiting to try to gauge how this is all going to unfold. I mean, this is still very new news here in Pakistan as it is in the rest of the world. Meanwhile, in the south of the country, in Karachi, the nation's biggest city, we are seeing images on many of the private television channels here of fires breaking out into the streets and people openly weeping in the streets, near riot conditions in bigger cities like Karachi and Islamabad.
All right, you're seeing some buses on fire, also overturned. Out on the streets, describe to us what you're seeing as far as security or police. Are you seeing police and security forces out trying to combat this?
Yeah, I mean, the police are out into the streets and trying to do their best to control this. I mean, up here in Lahore, it is relatively calm. All over the country, they're doing their level best to control the crowds that have taken into the streets, many of them Benezir Bhutto supporters that are setting these vehicles on fire and protesting in the streets. Back here in Lahore, we have heard some gunfire into the air. That is not uncommon here. Sometimes it's for celebration, but clearly on this occasion, we know why it is over the assassination of Benezir Bhutto.
Now, I know that you've covered this and you've seen these types of situations before. The violence there can quickly escalate. And what I want to ask you is, what sort of pressure does this put on Pervez Musharraf to get security forces out in the streets and to combat this?
Well, the pressure on President Pervez Musharraf is enormous now. It was a little less than enormous before today, but now it is as high as it can be. He has a lot of pressure to try to get some of the order back into this country. Now, it wasn't long ago, a month and a half ago, rather, that he put the military into the streets. No word on if he will take that measure again, but you know, he's done it before, and it may call for that this time around because, as you said, the violence can very easily and quickly spin out of control, and it is on the verge of doing that right now.
All right, Todd Baer, thank you so much for that report by telephone. Of course, we are keeping close eye on this. As he said, the violence can escalate there, and that is really what the world is watching.